Hey guys, Scott here with a beginner's guide for space engineers. First things first, let's set up a survival game. To do that, we'll go to New World and Custom World. Then we can name it something like Tutorial. Make sure it's on survival mode, which differs from creative mode in that there are inventory limits, resource management, and death. Then we will select a scenario such as asteroid, which starts us with a small ship in an asteroid field and has plenty of resources to mine. Then we'll go to advanced and we'll change everything over to its highest value. Now these are things like inventory size and cooldown timers, which can be a little tedious if left on realism. And that's it for setup. So now we'll click OK and the game will be built. First thing we need to know are the controls. For both the ship and jetpacks, it's standard W, A, S, and D to move forward, backwards, left, and right. Then we have Q and E for rotation. And the other thing to keep in mind is that when you're moving in space, you have inertia. So once you get to a speed and you let go of your controls, you will move in that direction at that speed until you either press in the opposite direction or turn on your inertia dampeners using Z, which will stop your ship whenever you let off the controls. So what we want to do next is find an asteroid to mine. So we can change our view by using V and mouse wheel to zoom in and out, and we'll look around to find an asteroid to start mining. Once you find an asteroid you'd like to mine, move in as close as you can, set the ship down, and that way we can use the ship's built-in gravity generator to walk around on the surface of the asteroid and keep minerals from shooting off into space. So now we can press T to exit the cockpit. We'll move over here to our gravity generator. And in order to access any panel in your ship, press K, and that'll give you access to any panels or blocks that are connected. So we're going to use the gravity generator and turn all of these values up to their maximum, which will make a bubble around the ship where we can use the ship's gravity. We'll go over to the door, press T on that panel to open it, and we'll move outside. Now before you can start drilling, you need to configure your toolbars at the bottom. So we can press G to do that, go to Character Tools, and I like to switch over to the second toolbar using period. You can drag each of these tools down here. These are the main tools: the welder, the grinder, and the hand drill. The welder constructs things, the grinder destructs them, and the hand drill is our mining tool. You press G to exit, and you can see that the built-in ore detector on the hand drill has started to show us ore that is close to us. So we can start moving in that direction. We'll left click to start drilling, and we can press T on ore as we find it to pick it up. Once you have ore, you can bring it back to the ship. There's a refinery on the back. We'll press K, and we can drag this ore into the refinery, and that will start automatically refining into usable substances. Next, you're going to want to start building things. So we'll press G. You can start building a small ship, large ship, or station. So we'll start off with a small ship, and that brings your first component out. But when you try to left click to build, you can see that you need a construction component to start that. So we'll press 0 to go empty-handed, go back to the ship and press K, and we'll go to Production tab. Now in here you can see blueprints for everything in the game. What we want is a construction component. And as you can see, it's in red, so we don't have everything we need to build it. I'm going to left click and put it in the construction queue. Once those are refined in the refinery, the construction component will be built. So we'll go to inventory, we'll pick it up, put it in our inventory, and now we'll press G, new small ship, and build that. That is the very first and most basic component of a ship. So what we can do is press G, and you have access to all the blocks in the game, such as engines and armor blocks and reactors. But all those can be found in here. You'll drag them into your toolbar, like this. And then you'll press G to get out of there, and you can start placing them on your ship. But you will need to get the specific components for that block before you can build it. So let's get some steel plates. Press 0 to empty our hands. Go to the refinery, press K. Production. Let's go to small blocks. Down here to light armor. Left click on that. Maybe build a few. Go to our inventory and put those steel plates in. Now we can place our light armor block on by left clicking. Now this isn't completed. You'll need to use your blowtorch to complete them. But as you can see, those also require steel plates. And there you have it. Beginning of a ship. That is the very, very basics of Space Engineers. From here you can go on and build stations and ships and start fighting other players in multiplayer servers.